Hi, Onision. I agree that circumcising babies is wrong. I think it's wrong because they don't put the babies to sleep. They do it while they're awake. And I think that's horrible. I also think it's wrong because the baby doesn't have a choice. I think if you're going to circumcise your son, you should at least wait until after he hits puberty and he has a choice. So maybe like 14, 15, 16, you know, when they're old enough to be educated and know what they're agreeing to. I also think that it's better to wait because once they're older, they knock them out. I don't get why they don't put the baby to sleep. That's horrible. I saw a video on it and I can't understand how those doctors can sit there and do it. Like, there's a baby sitting there screaming in pain, and they just keep cutting. It's like, oh my god, oh. Yeah, I think they probably don't put them to sleep because they're so young, but if they're that young to where you can't knock them out, then why don't you just wait a long time? Like, I know a lot of people think that it's okay because they can't remember, but what if they grow up and wish that they had had a choice? That's not fair to the baby. I'd also like to add my opinion on the difference between male circumcision and female circumcision. Once I watched this video, I kind of watched other videos on circumcision and I came across female genital mutilation. It doesn't really happen in the US and places like Canada and Australia, England, normal places that are modern. But it happens in places like Indonesia, Iraq, Egypt, parts of Asia and parts of Africa. And while I was reading some of the comments on these videos, there would be men complaining about how everyone's going on the video about how horrible it is for women, and they're like, what about men? My issue with that statement: female circumcision is really the removal of parts that give you pleasure during sex. It isn't even to prevent infection like it is for men. It's because they think, oh, this woman will be more virtuous in her life, in her marriage. She won't just go and run off with any man. And I think that's horrible. Because you are removing parts of this woman that could give her pleasure in the future. You are completely changing down there. I really think it's wrong. I looked up different types of it. I mean, there are types where they're removing lips and the pleasure point thing. Oh my god, it's horrible. And they have types of it where you remove stuff I didn't even know you could remove. I didn't even know you would want to remove. It's a lot worse if a girl is to get circumcised. And a lot of the stuff that I looked up happened where the girl could remember that it happened to her. She remembers the pain, and she remembers the change. And she remembers how she didn't have a choice. Because in those kind of countries, women don't have as much of a choice at what happens to them. So I agree that male circumcision is wrong if done when they are a baby, to where they don't have a choice. But I don't think it's worse than male circumcision. So, there you go. My little rant on things that happen to women in countries that aren't as lucky as America. So, yeah, that was really off topic, but not really, so, okay. Bye!